morning. And today is the D-Day in Ondo State, where the All Progressives Congress will be holding its governorship primaries, where all the frontliners, all the aspirants will slug it out amongst themselves to choose one candidate from among them to fly the flag of the party for the Ondo gubernatorial election. Yes, good morning, and I welcome you to bystanders at the newsstand, Saturday, April 2024. My name is Kolade Folari Kadesh Prince. Yes, we have all the major news headlines ready this morning, and I'd like to quickly start with the Salient Times newspaper. The major headline there this morning says, Nigeria, a war front, disgrace to the world. That's according to T.Y. Danjuma. T.Y. Danjuma says, Nigeria, a war front, disgrace to the world. Yaya Bello, EFCC didn't breach Kogi State High Court order. That's according to the senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana. 10% tax to GDP ratio shows Nigerian don't pay taxes. Nigerians don't pay taxes. 10% tax to GDP ratio shows Nigerians don't pay taxes. Dead man wheeled into bank by niece was likely poisoned. That's in the Salient Times newspaper this morning. I'll go to the Saturday Punch. The major headline in the Saturday Punch newspapers this morning says, police detain Yaya Bello's ADC. Security details. Former security aides may face orderly room trial for not arresting ex-governor. EFCC appeals order stopping Bello's arrest. 6 stay of execution. That's in the Saturday Punch this morning. And Lagos Black Sports, where hoodlums rob, assault citizens in broad daylight. You can see that in the Saturday Punch newspapers this morning. And there's another one with the spate of EFCC arresting people for Naira mutilation and abuse of the Naira. Musicians back EFCC, say ban on Naira spray good. That's according to Nigerian musicians. They say they back EFCC, that the ban on Naira spraying is good. Federal government agency blames multiple taxes, others for high cost of goods. On the PDP crisis, only God gives power, Atiku tells supporters. That will be all for the Saturday Punch newspapers this morning. So I'll quickly go to the Saturday Tribune. Before I read the major headline there, there's one that is there that is so interesting. And I am not dead, Olunloyo, former governor of Oyo State, who was declared dead about 2 days ago, has come out to say that I am not dead. That's Omololu Olunloyo. He says he's not dead. On Saturday Tribune this morning, the major headlines there say 22 killed, varsity hostel attacked, students, women protest incessant attacks, varsity suspends exams, stop the killings, stop the kidnappings, Danjuma tells Nigerians. That's the major headline in the Saturday Tribune this morning. Ondo Guba, APC holds primary today. Sean, who is my father? My issue with him ends soon. Ogbomoso's chief imam. Kwankwanso's VP behind Ganduje's travail. APC chairman loyalists. State spokesman absolves Tinubu of blame. We have nothing to do with APC. Kanu NNPP chair says. That's for the Saturday Tribune this morning. Then there's this one in the Daily Trust which says, years after, school hits by abductions remain closed. Some students relocate, others out of school. Why we don't want our daughters far away from home? That's according to parents. They say we don't want our students, our daughters far away from home. That's in the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Okay, I'll take the final one, which says scores killed as gunmen unleash terror in Kaduna Plateau. Nigeria, a war front, disgrace to the world, says T.Y. Danjuma. Ganduje's son visits Kano Anti-Graft Agency over that fresh 51 billion naira case. Okay, quickly, I'll just take one, the major headline in the Platform Times this morning, which says federal, state, local government share 1.123 trillion in March allocation. That's for it this morning. Oh yes, let's quickly now look at our first reviewer for today. We want to bring our first reviewer, Mr. David. You're welcome to Bystanders at the newsstand this morning. Yes, Nigeria a war front, a big disgrace to the world. That was where General T.Y. Danjuma said yesterday in their fishing festival in Taraba State.
I first and foremost, I would say T.Y. Danjuma should be ashamed of himself because he's also part of the people that have brought Nigeria into this mess. These were men who held public office, who siphoned our public treasury when he had the time. What did he do? When he had the time to turn for him to make things good, he did nothing. Rather, he was bent on looting our treasury, bent on losing our resources. But now it has been around because of insecurity is ravaging in his own states, in Taraba State. Now he's not saying investors cannot come in.
Is it from Taraba State or Plateau State?
Sorry, from Plateau State. Yes. Pardon me for that.
No problem.
Now, because insecurity is ravaging in his own state, from Plateau State, bandits killed about 5 to 10 persons there yesterday. It's all about the news. But if we continue, the question is, what is the lasting solution to this insecurity in Nigeria? So T.Y. Danjuma should not blame this current government because he was part of the system and he is part of the system. When he had public office, he did nothing. Rather, he was bent on looting our treasury. Let T.Y. Danjuma go. Let him, the oil well OBJ gave to him, he should return it. Yes, that is when he have the audacity to come and discuss about public issues. You've siphoned Nigeria, you've milked the country, you've made the people so miserable. Now, because insecurity is ravaging in Plateau State, S-men here and there. Now you come to now you are not sympathizing with who? Let's not forget what Awolowo said. He said, the children of the poor you refuse to train will come back and then haunt you. It is now haunting them. You've seen it. S-men will not allow them have peace. S-men, bandits will not allow them have peace. Boko Haram will not allow them have peace just because they have refused to train these ones. You've neglected them to train your own children. You could see a society will not grow this way when there's disparity. That is the current situation of our Nigeria. When you refuse to when people don't have access to good education, and later some set of individual will now carry them to a particular place and then brainwash them. Tomorrow you see our political leaders coming out to air nonsense. to air nonsense. People who were in that meeting or in that conference should have walked up to Tiwa Danjuma and then spanked him. A man who benefited from the treasury of Nigeria, from the public wealth, is now coming out to cry. Cry about what?
Okay, sorry. Before you continue, Tony made a correction there, and it's been checked. And you were right when you said Theophilus Danjuma is from Taraba State. Theophilus Danjuma actually is from Taraba State. So you can go ahead. Thanks, okay. Tony.
Okay, now, so away from that, it's like, see why Danjuma himself, these men, they never impacted any person. See, before you must become a leader, you build people. How many people did you build? How many schools did you build in Taraba State? How many persons did you give scholarships? He did nothing. And now he's not coming to blame.
Wait, are you sure of that? Because I know of T.Y. Danjuma Foundation that does some things for people. Danjuma Foundation that does. If we do not have our facts, maybe we should not talk about it.
Sir, T.Y. Danjuma Foundation. I have never heard about T.Y. Danjuma Foundation. Probably might be correct. Sorry, probably I might be wrong.
Yes.
But I have never heard of T.Y. Danjuma. If I have heard of that foundation and I have seen him alleviating poverty, I will not come here and then condemn him. But stuff like that, despite the money the public funds they have amassed onto themselves, what did they give back to the society? That is how you know.
It's not in. That's not what we're. That's not what we are discussing.
No,
actually,
it is.
I am aware of the Danjuma Eye Hospital in Taraba State that the foundation built in Taraba State, and I'm aware of some other projects that the TY. So if we are not sure, that's why we always say that if we are not sure about an information, it is better we don't say it.
Sir, just like I said.
Yes, sir.
I said if I have never read or seen. Come across any Danjuma foundation.
Okay.
So for me to have made mention of that, it shows I actually don't know about the foundation. Okay. So if I have not knowledge about the foundation, now that you've got my consultant to it, I will go back and then Google it and then read about the foundation. But sir, in as much as that, now T.Y. Danjuma need to do more.
So what you are saying now is that what T.Y. Danjuma is saying, he doesn't have right to say.
He doesn't have right because these are sort of people who also plumb Nigeria to this stage. Nigeria is crawling. You listen to what he said yesterday. He said now Nigeria cannot attract foreign investors and investments coming from a public office holder. Why would Nigeria attract foreign investors and investments when there is insecurity in the land? What role did they play to stop insecurity? What role did they play to put an end to insecurity? Rather, they were bent on looting. Has not turned to motivational speaker. Yes, people who supposed to be dealt with will come out to the public space and are coming to motivate you. Who are they motivating? When they ought to do the needful, majority of them shy away from it. You can still go and verify that if T.Y. Danjuma owns oil well in Nigeria, what is he doing with that oil well? A private individual owns oil well, and now these are people who have milked the country into stupor. But just because he is influential in society.
Thank you very much.
That is the only way. Because if not so, he won't have come out publicly to have made such statements when he himself plunged the country into mess.
Thank you very much, Mr. David. It's nice having you on Bystanders at the newsstand this morning. Mazi Rao, you are welcome. So now, Theophilus Danjuma has said that Nigeria is a war front and it's an embarrassment to the world.
Let me tell you, is Theophilus Danjuma not among the generals that forced Jonathan to surrender to Buhari, irrespective of the fact that Buhari and co, Tinubu and the rest of them bring election for Buhari, for Buhari to at least oust Jonathan. Theophilus Danjuma, Abdul Salam Abubakar Obasanjo, they were inside the steam room with Jonathan and they forced him out of power. He is part and parcel of Buhari regime that brought shame he is talking about. That Nigeria is not a laughing stock to others, a shame to others. Was Theophilus Danjuma not a part of these forces that removed Jonathan from power? What is Theophilus Danjuma saying? He should defend the Mid-Beltans, the Taraba, from the tutelage of Fulani herdsmen and hegemony. It shouldn't be just ranting and talking what is not real. Is he telling me that Tinubu regime is worse than Buhari? Is he trying to tell me that Buhari regime is worse than Tinubu? Two of them are same. Tinubu is Buhari. Buhari is Tinubu. Say, Theophilus Danjuma is one of the most, let me tell you, unpatriotic Nigerian ever. Ask me why. He is not trustworthy to his master in 1966. The coup that killed Agui Ronse in the house of Fajuyi. You know the governor? Adekule Fajuyi was orchestrated by Theophilus Danjuma. Adekule Fajuyi said, no, you shouldn't kill this Igbo man in my house because history will surely judge me. They will say it's Yoruba man that killed Agui Ronse in my house. Who is ADC to Agui Ronse? Tell me now. Theophilus Danjuma had to change. Listen good. He changed and formed a replica of Ironsi staff. JTU was using, Johnson Omonakwe was using. That staff, he changed it to another fake. Dangerous betrayer Nigeria has ever had is that man. Do you know that as Fajuyi was begging and begging, you shouldn't kill him here, you shouldn't kill him here. They shot him. Who shot him? What is that? Theophilus Danjuma didn't he shoot Fajuyi? He was there, they killed Fajuyi. Upon Fajuy's honesty, oh my God, support, that is what is called absolute patriotism. He said, Mr. President Ohedo said, don't die in my house. Theophilus Danjuma shot him. Is that not the same term he's talking about? He started chain first, not this Tinubu regime and Buhari regime. That Nigeria, the whole world has begun to see us as a shameful country, shameless country. Okay? Theophilus Danjuma doesn't know. As they made it impossible for us to read history in the school, some of us are still reading encyclopedia. Oh yeah, and from here, we are knowing it. We are following up. Social media. I listening on that. Theophilus Danjuma know that Wadume has been apprehended many times, sent to jail. And when he was released, what happened? The Theophilus Danjuma's community all over Taraba, they celebrated a terrorist, Wadume. Is that not a shame to the world? Theophilus Danjuma thinks that most of his wrongs in the past will be covered with sand or swept under the carpet. No, we know actually what happened. He can no longer cover the history and cover our sense. We get sense. Okay, I don't know what I have. You know what I mean? I have sex, I'm a male, and I have sex. I have sex. I have sex. Sex as a male. My sex is male. My sense is here. Theophilus Danjuma should go and sit down. This chain of an international chain, and Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. No. Theophilus Danjuma should have sent his or one of his friends to say that, to represent him. He is not the actual one that you say this. You betray your master, you kill your master. As an ABC, you are the closest friend to Agui Ronse. Do you think what he said? Jesus Christ, what he said? Very, very wrong. It's not in the benefited from it. Are you telling me that I don't know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying because this statement is supposed to come out from a patriotic Nigeria. You know the meaning of patriotism? He's trying to tell us that he's a patriotic Nigerian. He delayed in 1966 and did what? Planned against his master. And ABC killing his organ is evil. You know that? The reason why I like to say Burkina Faso, Burkina Faso, the person that killed Thomas Sankara was not his ABC. He started for you. ABC, if you are live, it's like your driver that is driving you. All your life is on his hand. This man betrayed Aguilos, this man betrayed Padri, and made sure that Europe was, oh my God. Okay, let's look at this. Let's go to another chapter. Go to Danjuma area of ABC that you have just said. Yes, you see as arrested. Yaya Bello's ABC. At the camp. And they now say why they arrested him was because he is the one that is supposed to hand him over. And you are now saying that Agui Ross's ABC was still like that because he was the one who. That's in the military hierarchy. Yes. Military hierarchy. ADC would. Unless he has hand in the coup, he's not going to do so. This is civilian regime. During military regime, Oga, kill me, Oga. That's the ADC. I don't know what I understand. I don't know whether you read about Brigadier Bako. Brigadier Bako, I think, was ADC to Chagari. Abacha did him the worst thing ever. This Abacha, what you see. When they arrested Chagari, I don't know what I understand. Yeah. Bako was apprehended because they know he's too loyal to his master. Oga, this is civilian regime. ADC that is supposed to hand him over. Fine. That is for military hierarchy. Fine. He's supposed to hand him over. Yaya Bello don't carry money, finish the ADC. He don't chop. He get protruded stomach. That's why he could not do his job. If ever he could do that. You must know how you handle your drivers. You must know how you handle your kitchen. Maids. You must know how you handle them because their lives are in your hands. Maybe Yaya Bello is giving his ADC good treatment. That's why he could not hand him over. But as for me, all I know is that no current ADC. You see ADC to
he's giving him good treatment at the detriment of the people of his state.
Yes. Didn't you watch when he shared the money now? Madam distributed money. Everybody was dancing. We watch it, Nate. Because of one thing can't transpire now. They say now, Yaya Bello now lie. Many of them, they are using diversionary attention. When they wake up every morning, they will say, God! Every Nigerian will wake up and say, God. Before you know it, Adam Ochola will wake up in Edo State and say, Antelo! Every Nigerian will start to say, Antelo. They've forgotten God. Everybody will go. They follow Antelo. Oga, this is the tactics for all of you. Yaya Bello is not the only sinner. The only sinner we have. We have sinners. Multiple sinners are everywhere. All of them. We cannot don't we go now. Come hide down. Good. Today, when Bara go just wake up and rise up and say to the world, this is what we can do. Everybody will know. We cannot do it all now. The day when will come out and tell us what's up, what happened in River State. Everybody will shout. See, let us not be fools before these people. They are just trying to divert our attentions from telling the whole world that we can't afford Gary again. A pint of Gary is 3.5. Just imagine. They're just trying to stop us from telling the whole world that Nigeria is one of the worst countries and place where food has become luxury.
Thank you.
Food, the basic thing. See, that's why no wonder the Karl Marx. Number one thing is food. That's why Oyibo is winning. Number one thing is food. Another thing, the road to transport it. And another 3 basic things. security. See, in Nigeria we can't eat again. And somebody is telling us, is it not beans? Is it not rice? Is it not yam? Where are those yam and rice now? It has gone up. Okay? There are things I don't want to say here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rao. It's nice having you. Yes, good morning. You're welcome to Bystanders as the newsstand. On exchange rates, why are prices of goods still high despite Naira appreciation? What can you say about that?
Good morning, thanks for having me. First is we are in the more you see, the less you know. The more you do, the less you see. I've always told you that propaganda.
What's wrong with this mic?
Can win you election. You understand? Can win election. Propaganda and all sorts of violence and everything. But you cannot govern again by propaganda. It will show. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It will show. So you are in the time of the pages of newspaper, things are getting well, but in your houses, in the reality, in families in Nigeria, you are going to see that what you are seeing in newspapers are different from what you are experiencing in real life in Nigeria. So I'm not surprised. You are going to, for example, I saw price of dollar 1,003 because there's this naira that I follow. I'm not surprised. The real value of dollar will come, and people are going to see. They are going to see the real value of naira. Sir, let me just say something here, sir. I want to greet.
We said we are not going to.
No, I'm not greeting anybody. No, I'm not greeting anybody. I said I want to greet Tiwa Danjuma. Good morning.
Okay.
You know, I always go back to history before I say something. I told you how Kensawiwa met Ikemba Nnewi in the prison. I greeted him, good evening, sir. Now I look at him and say, no. Morning just the rich, good morning. Niger Delta, there's nothing like South, I've always said. There's no North, there's no West. So Niger Delta is not it. Niger Delta oil. Tiwa Danjuma has oil well in Niger Delta. The people of Niger Delta, they don't have oil well. Tiwa Danjuma is just beginning to know now that there's insecurity. These are part of the people that conspire to remove Goodluck Jonathan when things were going well in this country. We mustn't forget where we are coming from. Today, I'll not be spending much time. Personally, I don't think so. Somebody asked me that do I think that our president has a political will to stem insecurity? I said no. That's my opinion. Our president is not a politician. I said before last election, I was not elect somebody, but I always think about the next election. And we saw our president got most of the votes from the north. He wouldn't want to offend them in the north. If they say yesterday, to repent in the industry, so how government came to gun them down. And these people, these so-called bandits, they have spokesman that speak for them. That a spokesman that is working free. I said again, that woman, that woman that declared Nigeria a republic. If the federal government has it, that one is in the battle. No, she made it. Oh, she run away. Do you understand? If you have that power, the will, then has to go and capture and come all the way from Kenya. This Yoruba woman now, she's still in Nigeria. Bring her to book. Before I go, I want people to see this thing. Yeah. Before I go. Nigeria, what a country. The worst part of society, manipulated by politics, to see the poor defending the rich who are responsible for their poverty. The worst part of a society manipulated by politics is to see the poor defending the rich who are responsible for their own problem. You understand? Now, to the youth of Nigeria, your own work is to start ballot box is to defend irresponsible politicians. Hear this message. The child of ex-governor James Ibori will head the House Committee of NDDC, Nigeria Data Development Commission. Ex-governor Nasir El-Rufai's son will head the House Committee on Banking Regulation. Ex-governor Alawakala's son will head House Committee on Youth in Parliament. Ex-governor Shoba's son will chair Committee on Justice. But you, the son of nobody, you can only come here to defend the politicians because of what you are going to eat. Let every youth think about it. Have a nice, happy weekend.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Rilwan. Mr. Kuli, you're welcome to Bystanders.
Yeah, good afternoon,
at the
Mr.
newsstand.
Yeah, good
this
afternoon.
Morning.
It's sunny Saturday.
It's a sunny Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes, there's the major headline. Scores killed as gunmen unleash terror in Kaduna and Plateau. But this government has said they have taken over. They have power. They have been able to subdue terrorism and kidnapping and killing to a point. Why are these still happening?
Why are they still happening is they fail to do the needful they're supposed to do. Number one, that Kaduna axis you're saying, there are like 5 borders that enter the axis. And they never, look at it that they need to get things done to protect that border or to shut down that border. And the intrude of these terrorists, which is it Lagos border they are coming in from? Is it, eastern border? Is it southwest border? That's totally no. It's still same that border. At least they always penetrate through one area.
This thing didn't happen in Kaduna alone. It happened in Plateau too.
It has to. If you know the terrain of Plateau, the Plateau we know is a political problem they have in that area. It was one former general that once held this country that divided Plateau into Christian and Muslim, and he showed it clearly. It was really clear that this man was like a religious fanatic. And I just don't want to mention the name. He was a pure religious fanatic, and he made sure that the Muslim over in that Plateau state dominates the Christian with their, what's it called? With their...
He made sure
yes.
the religious fanatic that
yes.
you're talking about.
Yes.
You said he made sure that the Muslims
dominate. Yeah, the Christian in that area. I can stay. I've been to. I did my feasibility study when I went to Jos. Yes, in Plateau State. That's why you have South Plateau, South Jos, not Jos. Go to the North.
Which
Jos.
former army general are you referring to? Is it the one that was head of state?
The one that was head of state.
But
yes.
you know he's a Christian.
Of course, the one that was head of state, proud to Abacha. Proud to Abacha. He's a Christian. Proud to Abacha government.
Abacha.
Yeah, proud to Abacha government. The one before Abacha.
The one before Abacha.
He's a Muslim, a pure Muslim.
The one before Abacha.
Yes.
That was Ibrahim Bademasi. He's not from Plateau State.
But he was the head of state then. The problem, I'm telling you, when the problem
a general from Plateau.
Yes, they said yes. The problem started during this regime, man. The problem started then. We knew what I mean. I went to Jos myself. I did all feasibility.
I schooled in Jos for 5 years.
Yes, you schooled in that. Yes, I went to Jos for business, and I stayed. Like 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
I moved around there. I went for this. What's it called? Tomato. What's it called?
Okay, so you were able to understand.
Yes, I went for farming.
3 weeks.
Yes, in 3 weeks. I went all around, and there was a tour we had with a cab that took us around. Feeling all what we don't know that's been happening. And since then, Plateau has never been itself, which is Plateau that used to be the cherish of the nation, would be cherish of the nation. Okay, yes,
as a strong supporter of this present government, do you think because of all that you're saying now, we should continue to go on like that?
When it's a charity of the nation, and any problems that starts from that moment, needs to be solved. that if the leaders of those states, not middle belts, the north, the leaders, they are ready, if they are really ready to say or to work all this insecurity on the board, they can get it done. They are not just ready. Some people are benefiting from it. Some people, some leaders there are benefiting from it. And the game has to change. And Mr. President, as my president, I need to just let him know he should upgrade the military and let the military, train and stop all this, insecurity all the time. And they are really trying. They are trying. I said they are trying. You know, they are really trying. How many of them do we have? Who want to even, if they have you and I to go and enlist ourselves, Nigerian military, not at my age. At your age, that point where we calm down. That's a sacrifice for your younger people. You can still do it. You can get it done. It doesn't mean you have to be on the combat now. You can be, sit in office and be collecting money. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. You can be on the strategist level. It's there. It's not always all general that on combat. I know. Yeah. You have to be fit. Thank you very much. Federal government agencies pay multiple taxes, others for high customs. To inflate the cost of their goods, and which the multiplier is now bounced on the masses. I will totally go against that, and I will not be in support of that. Enough. Let the masses breathe. We need to breathe. And when someone is coming here, there is people that are supporting the children of the rich. That this ideology you have for yourself. We go back to Faye. Faye has no problem. Faye has no rich father, and work himself to become the president of Senegal. What our youth are just short thinking, and they keep complaining. No, it's different from what we're talking about. I just diverted them. Let's stop straight to this. Yeah, I'm just bring my own idea. Don't divert. Just say something about it. So the taxation. I said it that I'm not in support of it. They should let the citizens free. Let them. I don't support simple taxation, and I will never. And again, my brother, we need to keep respecting ourselves, especially the viewers, the co-viewers. When we call somebody a doctor,
can we look at this area before you?
Oh yeah. I would like
10% tax to GDP ratio shows Nigerians don't pay taxes, and there's another one saying they are overtaxing the people. Which should we believe?
You should believe Nigerians don't pay taxes. We don't pay taxes. Let's be candid with ourselves.
The Nigerians will not pay.
We avert taxes, and why it's like that is why people think the taxes they are going to pay is still going to end up in somebody's pockets, and they will misuse it. Nobody trusts the taxpayers. Nobody trusts the tax office any longer. You pay tax, they will divert your tax. They will not use it to do any development. That's my stake there. And good day to you.
Thank you very much. Yes, good morning, Mr. Chinedu Michael. Good morning. Police detain Yaya Bello's ADC and security details. Are they the offenders?
It tells you that EFCC looks as if they are confused and they don't have any job to do. So that's why anything that goes, they want to lay their hand on it. When you cannot perform very well, you look for something to lay hand on. They were there when Bello, disappeared. Let me just use that word, disappeared. The AFC, they were still standing there when the man disappeared. But normally, it's not a surprise to anybody. That has always been how certain things operate in Nigeria. We can remember the issue of the Binance the CEO, African representative in Africa, how the man suddenly disappeared. You know, with the police and army there up to today. Able to, because it's not in Nnamdi Kanu. If it's in Nnamdi Kanu now, they would have sent gates everywhere. But look at all these wars now, what they are doing. A sitting governor rescued his predecessor, you know, in a commando like. You understand what I'm saying? And he rescued him, and both of them disappeared. So because the Yahya Bello suspected foul play, he left his phone in Kogi. So they were, when they couldn't track him, they used his aid, and that's why they. So it is this aid now that are going to provide where Yahya Bello is. Nigeria is that's why Danjuma is not. He's telling them that you people are just. I think Danjuma should come out openly and apologize for the atrocities them two committed during their era. Yes, no, they committed. They are not visionaries. If they are visionaries, they would have known what to do as at that time. It's just like somebody now, you know, coming out to support Buhari when you know Buhari has nothing to offer. And at the end of 8 years, what happened? Nothing. Those are the things we are talking about. So Yahya Bello knows that at the end of the day, money go play game and nothing go happen. That's a Nigerian thing. Now, see, that's the way that happened. Was just the expected thing that normally happen in an atmosphere like that. The guy just will be the inside there and use money and kill all the whole. Somebody is in Nigeria. Military is looking for him with helicopter up. Bros, man, Nigeria. Danjuma said Nigeria na drama. Laughing stock. You understand?
Do you support what Danjuma has said? Coming from somebody who has been in government severally at different points in time, do you support what Danjuma said?
Let me just say this out of sympathy for him for having been able to see what was coming ahead of Nigeria when they were all being like this. Nigeria, kill him. They were shooting people. They were doing like this. But time has come now. Everybody's on the run. The entire Middle Belt has collapsed. It's from Middle Belt, Nasarawa.
Hello, Taraba.
Taraba. Then look at what happened in Plateau State. Every day, they want conquest. The same conquest you people wanted. Bro, let us know. You see, that's why I told them that, you see, if you leave somebody like Danjuma now, you want to leave Nigeria, you want to secede from Nigeria, or Tinubu should order military to arrest him for becoming a threat to the sovereignty of Nigeria. Maybe Tinubu should just order military to arrest Danjuma straight away, because what he just committed is like felony. Abi?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say good morning, Mr. T.Y. Danjuma. But I wouldn't say that. If I say that, it don't make any sense. But what I'm saying now, when you are still alive, you are seeing it with your eyes. That the people that used you to kill many Nigerians during the 1967, and of course, certain foul game that you played somewhere, trying to please the Fulani military as at that time. What have you achieved? You have lost millions and millions of your people to them. And now you say Nigerians should carry gun. The same Danjuma. The same Danjuma. Because of the way he was the one that killed Agui Ironsi, the first military head of state in Ibadan, Fajui.
Yeah.
They allocated half of the oil wealth in Biafran land that gave But now in the system, Nigeria na scam. Maybe they go small, they dismantle all those kind of things. They come out for your hands, small. Well, before you go now, the only person that wanted to come up and challenge the Fulanese, unfortunately, Buhari, he died under Buhari's administration.
Who was that?
He was a former CBN governor. CBN, if I can remember the man's name, people know him, he's a very popular. He was a writer on This Day. If I can remember that name, about 2 years or thereabout.
Into Buhari's military governance.
No, when Buhari was this last
one.
unknown 8 years, whether
Okay.
there was a president, there was administration, there was, I cannot even, you understand?
Okay.
But that is by the way. But unfortunately, this is where we are now. What are they doing? They are watching, pretending because it's not getting to them, but their people are dying. With time, that conquest will get to your doorstep. Do you know that a particular king was killed either in Nasarawa or Taraba? Zamfara with him. Yesterday, they came into his palace and killed him there. A king.
Yes. In Taraba.
God bless you.
Yes, a traditional ruler was killed in Taraba.
God bless you.
Yes, he did.
Danjuma want to run to Abuja or he want to come to where is he running to? Bros, these are the people that should have encouraged restructuring. Let people, so that if anybody crosses your boundary, you begin to question the person on time. That's the essence of what we are talking about. Restructure Nigeria. So that this thing can stop once and for all. That's an option. The next option, because that is where I belong. Secession, disintegration. It's not a matter of going to London. When they call you to London, you say, they are killing your people. The Fulani. After that statement, you go back to listen, you are enjoying yourself. I know one of your married, one of your brother married former Miss World. Yes, now, but there's money, there's wealth, but he's looking at his people that are dying every day. That's why he's making that statement. So for him now, is still going to arrest him for making that kind of statement? Somebody that has benefited so much from Nigeria, telling that Nigeria is not working. When you say Nigeria is Nigeria is dead, that means you are threatening the sovereignty of the country based on your capacity as a retired statesman. So Tinubu should move in and arrest him because he has committed treasonable offense.
Treasonable offense. Thank you very much, Mr. Chinedu. Michael, it's nice having you, bystanders, this morning. Yes, Pastor Matthew, you're welcome to bystanders.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're going to be looking at it from a different angle, and that angle is the area of this tax. Two ways. One says federal government agency blames multiple taxes, others for high cost of goods. Then another one says, let's get there. Another says 10% of Nigerians. It's like 10% to GDP are the people who do not pay tax in Nigeria. I want to be able to get the word well, but you can start talking about the federal government agency multiple taxation that is the one causing increase in the price of goods and services.
I think I strongly disagree with that. Even as I discourage multiple taxation, because most of them do not go into government coffers. But I refuse to accept that is the cause of the rising cost of food. But it didn't start today. It has always been there. I agree that it should be dealt with, but it's not the cause of the current increase in product goods. Because when you saw dollar increasing and the government was not able to arrest it, that is when you started seeing goods increasing. We saw the government policy of deregulating the downstream sector of petroleum resources. I'm talking about subsidy removal on gasoline. However I look at it, that impacted on the movement, cost of movement of goods from places where it's being produced to places where it will be consumed. So invariably, it will impact.
Then if government is looking at the crashing of the dollar from about 2,000 to about 1,000, maybe it's now going over around 1,100 and something or thereabout. Let us understand that the appreciation of naira is artificial. It's cosmetic. It's cosmetic because it is not because we are producing to export that is earning of that is making naira to appreciate. It is not. We are not improving on our GDP, on our economic activities that is making naira to appreciate. It's because we borrowed $3 billion from Africa Import and Export Bank, Afrexim Bank.
You always said that.
Of course, the government is aware that since January they have been drawing $1.1 billion. The last tranche is perhaps coming this month, and that's why I always ask the question: if you exhaust this fund, where do you hope to get dollar to continue to sustain our dollar obligation? I don't expect the challenges to fade away in the atmosphere of borrowing to meet our dollar obligation, because it's not the economic growth. So the government should face the reality. I'm not saying it's totally wrong to borrow. You don't borrow for consumption. You borrow to invest in areas that can help you to recoup that money and even make it to have more profit on investment in area you are investing. So for me, I think the government should have been looking beyond borrowing to say this is our plan to continue to inject liquidity in terms of dollar into our economy to continue to meet our dollar needs.
Okay,
beyond borrowing dollar.
Another one says 10% tax to GDP ratio shows Nigerians don't pay taxes.
I don't know what they mean by Nigeria don't pay taxes, because if you look at in Nigeria, things are not harmonized, unfortunately. Look at consumption tax. Almost everything that is produced in Nigeria is already taxed. As at the last count, I think it was 7.5%. From 5.5 to 7.5. So what I'm saying in essence is, if you are buying a loaf of bread, the company that produces already built the tax into that bread. If you are buying, let's say a product like Gala, for instance, the company already built consumption tax into it. And this is the way of trying to make every Nigerian to be involved in that taxation. That notwithstanding, don't forget that before now, states wanted to start replicating taxes, meaning a good that's already taxed, it will go to the state and they impose another tax. So before that statistics can be relied upon, we need to harmonize our taxation system. Because there are so many taxes that are not accounted for, that are not being recorded. So that statistics is not reliable until we harmonize our taxation system to know what an individual is paying and at what point should one be exempted from taxation.
Okay, thank you very much, Pastor Matthew.
All right, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Okay.
I want to help me.
Wait, you will do that. You will discuss with us before we start the program. Thank you very much to all our viewers. We say we appreciate all your staying with us today and all your support. Yes, I want to use this opportunity to please talk to all our viewers who are always on the live chat that it is paramount that we respect one another. It is paramount that we do not insult ourselves, because as mature people, all the people who are watching us will learn one or two things from us, especially the younger generations. So if we are, as matured people, are able to guard our mouth, guard our tongue, and do not say what is wrong, do not say abusive words to ourselves, then we can have the right to train others. I thank those people who have been a part of the program this morning. I say thank you to Dr. Odeze Chima, Buki Hastrop, Kate Perry, Proxton, Precious Ikedi, Fisayo Maje Kodumi, Victor Jeffy, and Nelly Onoha, Godwin Unweziama, and a whole lot of you people who have started. Andrew Ogunjimi, Gladys Oyabo, thank you very much for being a part of bystanders at the newsstand this morning. We'll see you next time on Monday at bystanders at the newsstand. My name remains Kolade Folarin Kadesh Prince. Thank you and bye for now.